Shalom. We're going to give a SciManSlammed to SciManDan. But first, let's exonerate Shelley Lewis. That's right, who I thought was a bad person, because I believe this man saying how much of a bad person she was. Oh, still fall into that believing things. So let's see. And by the way, the man you're about to see, I think, I don't believe, I think, might have recently been on Globebusters, which would mean that Globebusters would be well supporting the man you're about to see. But we're going to see that the man that you're about to see is, well, a liar, just like lies, okay? Now, and we're going to see, like, video evidence of it. So, to Shelley Lewis, you bought a book from me, you didn't receive it, but shortly after buying the book, you had to leave because of the California fires. Get in contact with me. My email is antoniosubirasarts. Give me your new address and I will post you one, okay? I do have a couple of returns, as in, you know, they couldn't be posted to the right people. I've tried to communicate with them, haven't managed to. So yeah, I will send you the book that you bought. Again. So, Shelley, 1,000 apologies for having thought that this man that you see now was speaking the truth. I'm just as filled with flaws as everyone else. But now I'm going to show that he's just lying. The video is from the channel Rider of Dinosaurs. And this was passed to me by one of my subs. God bless that sub. So let's watch this man completely contradict himself. You know, just because that's what liars do. They say one thing, and then they say something that totally contradicts what they said earlier. So let's watch him, and let's listen. And then we'll go into some absurdity of the globe, and then we'll SciManSlammed SciManDan. Okay.
I First of all, folks, I would never in a million years give ownership or even partial ownership to someone who I've only known for a couple of months. Would be the stupidest thing in the world to do.
Oh, really?
It was just really, really cool. And so, for those that are listening, don't know, Shelly, myself, and my wife are all owners, the three owners for Eric doing production.
Wait a minute. The man you're seeing, who was recently on Globebusters, I think, who might quite possibly have stolen the Book of the Sun that I sent to Shirley, I don't know, maybe. But this guy said I did not give Shelley Lewis any ownership of JM Truth Productions, my company. It's just me and my wife. She has none whatsoever. She has none whatsoever. I would be stupid to give some to somebody I've only known a few months. And here he is, having earlier said, oh yeah, Shelley Lewis is part owner of the company. Let's listen again.
Well and good. First of all, folks, I would never in a million years give ownership or even partial ownership to someone who I've only known for a couple of months. Would be the stupidest thing in the world to do.
But he went ahead. When he's saying that, he'd already done it, okay? He's not pretending like he didn't do it. So, just so we have the timeline, he gave her part ownership. He went and told the world that she had part ownership. Months later is when he's saying this stuff. I didn't give her any ownership. She doesn't have any ownership. This is a lying piece of shit.
I would never in a million years give ownership or even partial ownership to someone who I've only known for a couple of months. Would be the stupidest thing in the world to do.
Oh, really?
It was just really, really cool. And so, for those that are listening, don't know, Shelly, myself, and my wife are all owners, the three owners for Eric doing production, or tag for my old company for JM Truth, and my wife owns 50% or 50%, and then Shelly and I are 25 and 25.
Now, isn't this interesting, people? But let's continue.
My wife owns 50% or 50%, and then Shelly and I are 25 and 25.
Now, I know I repeated the video, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone understood he was talking in the present, where he says, my wife owns 50%, Shelly and I 25%, which means Shelly actually owns 25%, according to him, according to his own words. I don't know legally on paper, but this looks like a verbal agreement with evidence, visual evidence, recorded evidence from his own mouth. Now, you might say that this was the only time he referred to it, and yes, it is evidence, but maybe he didn't repeat himself, so it's a one-time thing. Because if he did, let's say, on a different video, that would be
the stupidest thing in the world to do.
You thought I had another video and I was gonna put it through, right? Because, let's be honest, JM would never do that, right? Roll the tape.
My wife is my sounding board, and she's so awesome. Because in JM Truth Productions, we have three owners. We have my wife, who has 50%, Shelly has 25%, and I have 25%.
So there you have it, people. He contradicts himself. JM Truth Productions has three owners, not two. And apparently it's not a sole proprietorship because, sole proprietorship is for one.
Anyway, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If any of you are in contact with Shelley Lewis, please ask her to see this video. and like I said, I will send her another Book of the Sun to her new address. Hopefully she's, unless she went back to her old address, in which case I'm going to ask her to send me her address. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to ask her to send me her address by email, so that I don't have to go and find all the old invoices and stuff. Okay, so here we go. That was this dude, this guy, completely, well, that's it, exposed. You lied, dude, you lied. And I like exposing liars, like I did recently with the imposter who's had the chin job. Anyway, let's close that. Now we're gonna, now you won't believe, you'll think that what I'm showing is not really true. It's not real, it's some part of like an onion script or something like that. But it isn't. It's from the Mail online. This was passed to me yesterday by Jean. Oh, God bless her. She is so funny. Okay, sorry. So I have a... What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the article. There are portions of it where it interjects with something else to distract a little bit about the same thing. So I'm only going to read the script that has a white background. I'll show you what I mean. So you're looking, and pictures, and visualizations, and whatnot, and where is it? Oh, well, yesterday, must have edited it. Yesterday there were portions that were inserted with a yellow background. Oh, that's interesting. So now it's easier. I can just read the, oh, here you are. What are Dyson spheres with a slightly different background? Okay? Right, there you go. Now, let's read. Sorry for moving so haphazardly. Physicist designs a bizarre Kaplan thruster spacecraft to drag the entire solar system across the universe for hundreds of light years to avoid being wiped out by a deadly supernova. That's right. Dr. Matthew Kaplan, that's not a charlatan at all, of Illinois State University devised the contraption. Would be able to move the sun 50 light years in just 1 million years. Wait a minute, that doesn't quite fit. Never mind that. It would be powered by 2 nuclear engines, allowing it to act like a tugboat. A scientist has revealed a far-fetched plan to tow the sun and all of its orbiting planets for hundreds of light years using a futuristic spacecraft. The so-called Kaplan thruster is a stellar engine that may be constructible by technologically advanced civilizations in the future, according to the academic who thought up the idea. Dr. Matthew Kaplan of Illinois State University devised the contraption and published it in a genuine scientific journal. Hey Antonio, why don't you send the Book of the Sun to a genuine scientific journal? He says his design would be able to move the sun 50 light years in just 1 million years and allow us to avoid destruction from supernova or other celestial explosions. Wait a minute. 50 light years in just 1 million years? That's, don't quite, it don't quite fit with the rest of physics, you know, things like gravity and things just fragmenting to pieces and stuff, but never mind that. The steady migration throughout the cosmos would also allow human beings to colonize various worlds as we drift past them. Drift past them? More like zoom past them. Forget the silly drawing. The so-called Kaplan thruster is a stellar... Oh, I'm reading this, okay? In bold. The so-called Kaplan thruster is a stellar engine that may be constructible by technologically advanced civilizations in the future, according to the academic who thought up the idea. Never mind. Okay. The craft would be powered by 2 nuclear engines, one turning helium from the sun into radioactive oxygen at 1 billion degrees Celsius to push the star. Another engine would turn hydrogen into a beam of accelerated particles and fire it back at the sun. Not blowing the sun up or anything, no. Ensuring the craft doesn't fly into the sun's surface. By balancing its 2 jets of energy, the Kaplan thruster would act as a tugboat for the entire solar system, because moving the sun means the planets trapped in its orbit, including Earth, would also migrate. Yeah, they wouldn't be left behind or anything like that. No, we do it very gradually. The technology could see us move the solar system to a different spot in our galaxy, or even beyond the Milky Way. In a video posted on YouTube channel Kurzgesagt. In a nutshell, the research team revealed that at full throttle, the solar system can be redirected in 10 million years. Oh, 10 million years? I thought it was... oh, never mind. But the concept is currently far beyond existing technology. Well, you don't say. Solar flares would be insufficient to provide the billion tons of fuels needed a second. A Dyson sphere would have to be created. A Dyson sphere is a hypothetical megastructure that surrounds a star to harvest vast amounts of energy it produces, in both electromagnetic form and via solar flares. Oh, I thought solar flares were, electromagnetic in nature. This is what I'm ignoring. What are Dyson spheres? Let's continue with the article. This would then feed into one singular spacecraft with complex reactors and engines to produce two beams of energy. This ability is far beyond current methods, with NASA's most cutting-edge solar mission, the Lone Parker probe, costing a staggering $1.5 billion and merely orbiting the sun. It's not that staggering, 1.5 billion, about what the US government spends in half a second on military, isn't it? The sheer amount of force created by the two engines would also tear apart existing materials with ease. But the video narrator explains this technology is not for a civilization that thinks in terms of decades or centuries or reality, but in eons. Although sucking energy and mass from the sun's surface would result in an extended lifespan for the star, it will eventually die. Shooting a big beam of it, never mind, and having the ability to shift the solar system quickly may be essential in ensuring it remains habitable beyond the lifespan of the sun. Yeah, just push the solar system to orbit some other star. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the article, I think. Yeah. Good gosh. Now, this channel I haven't been to, so let's have a look. See if let's see if we can find it. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's for the Globelings, folks. That's for the Globelings. How to move this? Oh, here you are. This must be it. Wow, this is going to be absolutely just fantastically fascinating. Let's watch it.
Nothing in the universe is static. In the Milky...
What about those piles of stones that Norwegian artists stack one on top of the other? Ever so... Are they still... No, they're moving very, very fast. Looks like they're still... Well, they're moving fast.
Billions of stars orbit the galactic center.
Oh, it keeps bubbling.
Some, like our sun, are pretty consistent, keeping a distance of around 30,000 light years from the galactic center, completing an orbit every 230 million years.
Oh.
This dance is not an orderly ballet.
Apologies for the buffering. I don't know what's happening. Okay.
More like a skating rink filled with drunk toddlers. This chaos makes the galaxy dangerous.
Did they just describe the Milky Way as a place filled with drunk toddlers? Just toddlers. They don't have to be drunk. They're a bit haphazard as they are. Toddlers we're talking about. Why get them drunk, you sickos?
Yes. This dance is not an orderly ballet, more like a skating rink filled with drunk toddlers. This chaos makes the galaxy dangerous. Our solar neighborhood is constantly changing, with stars moving hundreds of kilometers every second. Only the vast distances between objects protect us from the dangers out there. But we might get unlucky in the future. At some point, we could encounter a star going supernova, or a massive object passing by and showering Earth with asteroids. If something like this were to happen, we would likely know thousands, if not millions of years in advance. But
Well, we don't. Well, we don't know now. we don't know. Wait, if we would know millions of years in advance, and we don't know now, well, when will we know? Will it be millions of years? Will it be next week? Next week, will we know millions of years in advance? Oh.
We still couldn't do much about it, unless we move our whole solar system out of the way.
This is a serious thing that this guy has put forth, you know. Kaplan, that's it. Now I'm in the history books. Oh my God. Move ahead.
Star through the galaxy. It's the kind of thing that might be built by an advanced civilization with Dyson sphere level technology that's thinking about their future millions of years ahead of time. But how do we possibly move the hundreds of thousands of objects in the solar system? The good news is we can ignore all of that. We only need to move the sun. All the other stuff is glued to it by gravity and will follow it wherever it decides to go.
Oh, why is it they moved it on that one plane? Why didn't they move it, say, north? Like up on that plane, or south? Just would seem to make sense a bit to move it either north or south. You know, if you take the sun to have the top of it being north and the bottom being south, it's seen from the northern hemisphere, of course.
There are lots of ideas about what a stellar engine might look like and how it would work. We've picked two grounded in our current understanding of physics that could be built in theory.
So, their current understanding of physics says that things that could be built in theory can be built in reality.
The simplest kind of stellar engine is the Shkadov thruster, a giant mirror. It works on the same principle as a rocket. Like rocket fuel, the photons released as solar radiation carry momentum. Not a lot, but a bit. For example, if an astronaut turned on a flashlight in space, it would push them backwards very, very slowly. A stellar engine will work a little better than a flashlight because the sun produces a lot of photons. The basic idea of the Shkadov thruster is to reflect up to half of the solar radiation to create thrust and slowly push the sun where we want it to go. In order for the Shkadov thruster to work, it must be kept in the same place, not orbiting the sun.
Now we know what black holes are. It's a one of these, whatever called mirrors. Yeah, some other civilization has placed one of those mirrors in front of their star. And we look and we say, oh, it's just black there. Oh. And we don't see that we're looking at the back of their mirror. Maybe, who knows? I'm going to write a paper about it.
Although the sun's gravity will try to pull it in, it will be supported by radiation pressure, which props the mirror up. This means the mirror would have to be very light, made of micron-thin reflecting foil from materials like aluminium alloys. The mirror's shape is important too. Enveloping the sun in a giant spherical shell wouldn't work because that would refocus light back to the sun, heating it up and creating all sorts of unpleasant problems. Instead, we use a parabola, which sends most of the photons around the sun and in the same direction, which maximizes thrust. To prevent accidentally burning or freezing Earth with too much or too little sunlight, the only safe place to build a Shkadov thruster is over the sun's poles.
See, like I said, like north, say.
This means we can only move the sun vertically in the plane of the solar system and one direction in the Milky Way, which limits our travel options a bit.
Unless you could angle the mirror a bit, you could then use it like sailing with the sun wind light. These guys actually propose these things for real.
But that is basically it. For a civilization capable of building a Dyson sphere, this is a relatively simple endeavor. Not complicated, just very hard to build. At full throttle, the solar system could probably be moved by about 100 light years over 230 million years. over a few billion years, it
Oh.
gives us near complete control over the sun's orbit in the galaxy.
Sorry about the weird buffering that's happening for I don't know what reason. But yeah, apologies for that.
But in the short term, this might not be fast enough to dodge a deadly supernova.
Hey, we could even drive into a deadly supernova.
That's why we thought we could do better. So we asked our astrophysicist friend if he could design a faster stellar engine for this video. He did, and wrote a paper about it that's been published in a peer-reviewed journal.
Oh my. So, other physicists have looked and gone, yeah, perfectly reasonable. It all works out. All of the math works out. Is it powered by tap dancing seahorses? It is. Oh, okay.
You can find it in our sources document. We're going to call our new stellar engine the Kaplan thruster. It works a lot like a traditional rocket. Shoot exhaust one way to push yourself the other. It's a large space station platform powered by a Dyson sphere that gathers matter from the sun to power nuclear fusion. It shoots out a very fast jet of particles at nearly 1% the speed of light.
Wait a second. These particles, aren't they radioactive, poisonous oxygen? Yeah. Hey, maybe some extra advanced civilization will come along and say, oi you, what you doing polluting the universe with your exhaust fumes? Oy.
Out of the solar system. A second jet pushes the sun along like a tugboat.
Hey, wouldn't that send all of the orbits into complete whack?
The Kaplan thruster requires a lot of fuel, millions of tons per second.
Oh.
To gather this fuel, our thruster uses very large electromagnetic fields to funnel hydrogen and helium from the solar wind into the engine. The solar wind alone doesn't provide enough fuel though, and that's where the Dyson sphere comes in. Using its power, sunlight can be refocused to the surface of the sun. This heats small regions to extreme temperatures, lifting billions of tons of mass off the sun. This mass...
It's almost like somebody on YouTube is messing with this, for goodness sake.
Can be collected and separated into hydrogen and helium. The helium is burned explosively in thermonuclear fusion reactors.
Oh.
A jet of radioactive oxygen at a temperature of nearly 1 billion degrees is expelled and becomes
See, radioactive oxygen, poisonous oxygen, yes.
our primary source of propulsion from our stellar engine. To prevent the engine from just crashing into the sun, it needs to balance itself. To do this, we accelerate the collected hydrogen with electromagnetic fields using particle accelerators and shoot a jet back at the sun.
Hey, won't this mean the spacecraft will just like not move either forward or backward if it's nicely balanced, you dumbasses? Oh no. Well, you see, the blue beam will be just a little bit weaker than the orange beam. Well, doesn't that mean that it will get closer to the sun then? Well, no, because, silly, the blue beam would be just as strong as the orange beam. Oh, then it won't go anywhere. Oh, no, because the orange beam will be just slightly stronger than the blue beam.
This balances the thruster and transfers the thrust of our engine back to the sun. In as little as 1 million years.
So that that really is like somebody like trying to turn the world, make it go faster by just leaning on a wall. Hey, SciManDan, try that. Let's see if you can make it turn faster.
This engine can move the sun by 50 light years, more than enough to dodge a supernova. At full throttle, the solar system can be completely redirected in its galactic orbit in 10 million years.
Oh.
But wait, won't we use up the sun this way? Fortunately, the sun is so massive that even billions of tons of material will barely scratch the surface. In fact, this megastructure will actually extend our sun's life since lower mass stars burn slower, keeping the solar system inhabitable for many more billions of years.
In your theory, they burn slower because they have less fuel. Doesn't mean if you take a fast burning and you remove the fuel, now it will just immediately burn slower. And if it burns slower, won't it emit less photons and all of that malarkey? Hey, if you remove some of the mass, which is what you're talking about, won't you alter its gravitational attraction to the planets and mess their orbits? Oh, like this. It's like it's not fully thought out, huh?
Years. With a Kaplan thruster, we could turn the entire solar system into our spaceship. For example, by orbiting backwards in the galaxy and colonizing hundreds or thousands of stars as we pass by them. It may even be possible to escape the galaxy entirely and expand beyond the Milky Way. Stellar engines are the kind of machines built by civilizations thinking not in terms of years or decades, but eons. Since we know that our sun will die one day, a stellar engine could allow the far future descendants of humans to travel to other stars without ever having to venture into the terrifying dark abyss of interstellar space.
Wait, he's just been talking about going into the interstellar space and saying, but we won't have to. Like, well, why did you propose it then?
Until we build a stellar engine, we're adrift and subject to the whims of the galactic sea. We may...
But we can control that. That's right, humans, they can control everything.
not like where it leads us. Maybe our descendants will set sail and become an interstellar species for millions of years to come. This was our last video for the year 12.
Oh, kumbaya. Is it just me or is that absolutely ludicrous? It's not just me, is it? It really is absolutely ludicrous. Talking of absolutely ludicrous, let's go to this gentleman. Let's see what he has to say about the Book of the Sun's map. Now what he's going to... Well, I'll just let it play and pause from time to time.
So, as you can see, it is very difficult to project a 3D globe onto a 2D surface.
Except I did it. That's right, I just traced the continents on my globe onto a 2D surface. Hey, wasn't that difficult? In fact, Buckminster Fuller did it too. Ah, I suppose it means and maintain the ocean distances, all the right sizes and all of that for the globe. Like, oh, that's interesting. By the way, before this point where he goes into breaking down my map, he's gone through a whole series of excuses for why you can't have a map, a Mercator style map that is correct in any way. Just no, can't do it. It's not doable. Goes distortion, see? So let's go.
Admittedly, Antonio Subras is a flat earther, so he doesn't have to do that. But
Doesn't have to do what? Correct for distortions caused by a sphere? That's right, I don't have to.
what he does have to do is get the country sizes correct.
That's right. Do any of your globe maps have the country sizes correct? No. Does your Google Earth have the country sizes correct? Nope. Oh, what about physical globes? Do they have the continent sizes or the country sizes correct? Nope. Good gosh.
And he thinks he's done that.
Yes.
In his self-published book, The Book of the Sun, Antonio presented to the world this.
Oh, what a shame that you showed... Well, I suppose you showed it because it's the most colourful. It's also the most, like, diffused and vague. You could have shown, well, I don't know, the one with the longitudes, perhaps, for the equinox. Where it's just black and white. All you need is, well, to know where the continent and the countries are. I just coloured this in. I mean, you can hardly even see New Zealand. But never mind. Let's continue. Oh.
take a look and see what he has produced. So Antonio feels like he has achieved his goal of getting the countries the right sizes.
Pretty much. And we're going to see, and this is, it's not quite a year. I don't know, maybe 10 months, 8 months that he's had this, and him and whoever's collaborating with him, trying to find something to say, aha, but it's wrong on this, forgetting the ocean sizes, but country-wise it's wrong in this way. It's like, oh, is it really?
Which on first glance, he looks like he has. However,
Wait, what did he say? It looks like he has?
So let's take a look and see what he has produced. So Antonio feels like he has achieved his goal of getting the countries the right sizes, which on first glance he looks like he has.
That's right.
However, what has he sacrificed in order to do that? Well, quite a bit it turns out. First off, let's see if his country sizes are actually correct.
Now, this is just being a little bit pedantic. If you're going to say, at first glance, it looks like the country sizes are correct. However, a more eloquent speaker would say, on closer scrutiny, and you would go into it, but you didn't do that, did you? Because your writing skills aren't that good.
The countries the right sizes, which on first glance, he looks like he has. However, what has he sacrificed in order to do that?
That doesn't follow a however. Yeah, but never mind.
Well, quite a bit it turns out. First off, let's see if his country sizes are actually correct. Australia is approximately 4,000 kilometres across. So let's use Antonio's Australia as a marker or ruler, if you will, to see if he got other country sizes correct. From the west coast of Mexico to the east coast of northern Greenland, it's approximately 8,000 kilometres. And Antonio's map seems to agree with that, as two widths of Australia fit into that distance.
So, when we check there, looks like it's correct. Hey, why don't you check in other places? Maybe he did, but he can't find other places where it's wrong. Apart from one that he's going to try to, but you'll see.
Let's try another one.
Yes.
1 2/3 of our ruler fit from the north coast of Africa to the south tip, which should be approximately 6,600 kilometres.
Let's look a little bit more. I would say that that's closer to, well, that would be 4,000, 6,000, 6,800 maybe. But that's just being a bit pedantic, really. Let's continue.
This, in reality, is more like 7,500 kilometres.
Oh, guess what? So this on the map that you're seeing here. Wait, let me do it on the other display style so that you can see my cursor. Give me a second. Here. Now you can see my cursor. Now you can see my cursor. So the bottom of South Africa here should be, well, about here. Thank you very much, Dan. Guess what I'll do? I'll correct that, shall I? Oh, but wait. Then it won't work if you measure from here to here. Oh, maybe your globe. Let's go back.
Try another one. 1
I'll pick this up. Just a second.
2/3 of our ruler fit from the north coast of Africa to the south tip, which should be approximately 6,600 kilometres. This, in reality, is more like 7,500 kilometres.
But wait a second. You haven't measured from the same place. You've measured from the very top here. From mine, you measured there. Let's check Google Earth. It will only be a couple of hundred less. 7,100. See, this is where he measured on, look, I tell you what, I'll save it and then it will turn red. There you go. That's where he measured on my map. See? That's where he measured on my map. So 7,000. And on his... Oh, no, he measured from there to... Wait. To the... Oh, wait, it's even worse. Why would he do that? Oops. Wait, what have I done? 1 second. Oh, everything's going weird. Right. Oh, yes, that's why. Why, Dan? Why would you do that? Now, this is what he measured on my map. Okay? But then, when he plotted it onto Google Earth, this is what he measured. From here to here. Oh, why would you do that? Oh, bless. Let's continue. Looks like I won't have to fix it that much, will I, Dan? But let's continue.
A huge amount of difference here, but we're being rough, so we'll let that slide. What about distances between countries?
You don't say you're being rough. You measured one place on my map. In fact, I will show that. Look, see, he's measuring from here to here. But then on Google Earth, he's measured from here to here. Oh, slightly longer. Let's continue.
Which should be approximately 6,600 kilometres. This, in reality, is more like 7,500 kilometres.
No, a different measurement. It's 7,500. Not the same one, silly.
Not a huge amount of difference here, but we're being rough, so we'll let that slide.
You don't say measuring a different distance. I'd say that's a bit rough.
What about distances between countries and continents? Has he got that right? Well, no. The distance between Cape Town and Rio de Janeiro is 6,056 kilometres.
Who says that? The globe. But wait, doesn't the globe... Well, doesn't it need curvature? Yes, but it doesn't have curvature. So what?
This is backed up by the fact that you can fly between those two cities in around 11 hours.
Oh, you can fly from Cape Town to Rio de Janeiro in about 11 hours. Let's take a look-see. This is a Skyscanner. It takes all of the flights available and checks. Oh, I checked. I spent a while checking. Went through the months. No, not a single direct flight. So instead, let's drop Skyscanner. Okay? Let's go Make My Trip. Okay? And this is from Cape Town to Rio de Janeiro. And this is like Porsche Airlines, you know, British Airways. Wonderful. Let's take it. Oh, no. No direct flights. No direct flights. Why would that be? No direct flights? I thought you could fly direct. SciManDan, in your next video, please find a direct flight. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's continue.
According to Antonio's map, and one in which, let's remember, he is happy with in terms of scale, the distance between Rio and Cape Town is 5 1/6 of our rulers.
Oh, that's a lot.
A ruler which, let's remember, is 4,000 kilometres long. That means on Antonio's map, the distance between the two cities is over 20,000 kilometres.
Oh, over 20,000 kilometres. Well, let's say 20,000 kilometres. That's 12,000, let's say 12,500 miles. And you can do that in 11 hours, can you, in a flight that doesn't really exist? Well, that would be, let's say, 1,000 miles an hour. But good Lord, planes can't go at 1,000 miles an hour. Well, could they go at, say, 750 miles an hour? With the wind picking up that extra 250? Yes, they can. Oh no! But still, that flight doesn't exist. But let's continue. It's not a very strong point, Dan.
Now, this would mean that any flight you get between the two cities would have to move at an average speed of over 1,800 kilometres per hour.
Good Lord, sounds like a lot. Wait a second. Now, just a side topic. How long would it take to sail from, well, Cape Town to St. Martin's here? How long would it take? 41 days. 41 days? Good Lord. That's quite a long time, given it's such a short distance on your globe. But let's continue.
This would mean that any flight you get between the two cities would have to move at an average speed of over 1,800 kilometres per hour.
Good Lord.
A Boeing 777's top speed is just over 1,000 kilometres an hour. So as...
Does that fly from Cape Town to Rio de Janeiro? No. Hey, I see a little child out of my window. He's on a little pedal bike. I think he's going at about maybe, I don't know, a mile an hour. How long would it take that to fly? Because that also doesn't go to Rio de Janeiro. But let's continue. Oh, also, who tells you the top speed of this plane? NASA. Oh, those guys. Oh, okay.
As you can see, far short on the required speed.
Oh.
Maybe we've been unfair picking that particular route. Let's do...
No. Hey, just show it. Show the route. Find it on Skyscanner. Or maybe Make My Trip. I don't know. Or maybe some other. Find some other place and show it. And even then, you'll have to admit, the winds aloft are pretty fast. Good Lord. Oh dear. And, in case you didn't know, Dan, last year, some flights did record times. Like, way faster than the speed of sound. But, oh no, it's not really. The plane is only flying at this speed in its environment, but its environment is moving very fast too. Oh, let's continue.
Do another one and see if the same happens. We'll pick a shorter route this time. London to Athens is a distance of just over 2,300 kilometres. Yet, on Antonio's map, and at his scale, the distance is less than half of our ruler, which would be less than 2,000 kilometres.
No. It looks about 2,000 kilometres. What are you doing?
Yet, on Antonio's map, and at his...
See? It's not less. It's 2,000. Dim Dim, where do you think Athens is?
his scale, the distance is less than half of our ruler, which...
Less than half of the ruler? Well, look, here's London, here's half of the ruler. Where do you think Athens is? Do you think that Athens is where Bosnia is? Where do you think Athens is, Dim Dim? God, maybe whoever it is that told you these details, maybe you should have, checked.
Which would be less than 2,000 kilometres.
You can see right there, it isn't. Here, I'm going to go again.
Yet, on Antonio's map, and at his...
Let's check where Athens is on Google Earth. Dumbass. Athens. Greece. I wonder where it is. Oh, look. Look where it is. Here. Here, I'll draw a circle for you. Clear that. You complete dumbass. Circle. Right, around Athens. Just a little circle. And then save it so it's nice and clear. Save. And then I will remove the grid. You dumbass. there's Athens. Let's look at, you're plotting it on my map.
Scale, the distance is less than...
Oh, sorry. Window resized and stuff. Well, it's there just over half. Can you see? You complete dumbass. But let's see what you say.
half of our ruler, which would be less than 2,000 kilometres.
Really? Where do you think Athens is, you complete dumbass?
Yet on Antonio's map,
let's check Google Earth. Let's orient it so you get your bearings. There's Athens. Looks like Athens is like here. Here's half the ruler. Here. Looks like about spot on, you complete buffoon. I'm going to rename this. Where's Athens, SciManDan?
at his scale, the distance is less than half of our ruler, which would...
No, it isn't, you dumbass.
...be less than 2,000 kilometres. So what we have here is a map that...
apart from when you measure different places on Africa, okay, apart from that, the land sizes are correct. As far as he has shown, the complete buffoon. And then he goes and measures to Athens, not really knowing where Athens is, and says, and as you can see, Athens is less than 2,000 kilometers according to what he's showing, which is that it's more than 3,000. Here, I'm going to show it again. Can you see? Here. Sorry, 2,000. Here's 2,000. Okay, this is the middle of the ruler. And here's Athens. Dumbass. So let's continue.
appears to have country sizes depicted fairly accurately.
That's right.
But this has unfortunately meant that the distance between the countries are now all wrong.
Apart from the ones that he's just shown.
Especially as you get further from the North Pole.
No, it just says that because that's a meme with the Globelines, because that's the problems with the Gleasons. But let's continue.
Let's take a closer look and see what else Antonio has got wrong. Madagascar is not in the right place.
How would you know where Madagascar is? You didn't even know where Greece is.
The Caribbean islands are a mess.
Remember when I said he could have shown one of the cleaner maps, you know, because this one's a bit smudgy, and now he's going to show some smudginess. Look, they're a mess.
India is far too small.
Oh, bless. I think that he thinks India is only the little triangular piece here. Let's go to Google Earth, see what India's shape is. Oh, good gosh. Can you see how India intrudes into rather a lot into, well, the Eurasian continent? Let's kind of draw the outline for India on my map. I'll bring your attention to this here, okay? This little area. Let's go to my map. Here's that little area. Looks like India would be, well, kind of, well, this shape. Oh, look, oh, good gosh. SciManDan doesn't really know the size of India. Oh, what a surprise. I think he thinks it's only this little triangle. Oh.
Sri Lanka is too small.
Oh, let's look at another smudge. Too small, that's
New Zealand is too far away from Australia.
Oh, I have a video to show you about New Zealand.
The Arctic Ocean...
But I have to say now, I might have to drop this hangout soon and pick it up later, because I have to go and pick up my daughter. So, but let's continue until I get the call. I'm fine.
...is too small.
Oh, the Arctic Ocean is too small. How would you know what the Arctic Ocean is? Well, these are just SciManDan saying, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. He's measured and shown that it's right, but never mind that.
Need I go on? We could go on and on
dissecting and just go, well, damn, well, that's right too. Why don't you measure the size of Italy, compare it to Britain? Why don't you measure, well, New Zealand, compare that to Britain, compare it to Italy, compare it to Japan?
Dissecting Antonio's map, showing just how wrong it is and how little it matches the real world.
Oh, really?
However, that would probably take all day. Instead, I thought I'll end on this interesting piece of information.
Athens is farther away than I thought it was. That's his interesting piece of information. But no, not really. Let's see what his interesting piece of information is.
Antonio thinks that he has come up with a never-before-seen flat Earth map.
That's right. The closest to my flat Earth map, in terms of distribution, overall distribution of the continents, would be the, what's it called? The, that Japanese map? Kobayashi map. Yeah.
One in which he thinks explains everything.
By the way, Kobayashi map is wrong because Eurasia is too small and it doesn't even have Greenland in it or Britain. But let's continue. Let's go back to, because he's leading up to something. I love it.
Antonio thinks that he has come up with a never-before-seen flat Earth map.
That's right. I have.
One in which he thinks explains everything.
One in which he thinks explains everything? You missed out a he. One in which he thinks he explains everything. But never mind, I can't expect you to know how to write, Dan, Mr. A-levels.
In fact, I'm fairly sure he prides himself on this.
I do.
He really thinks that he has depicted the world in the way that it is.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately for him, it looks very, very, very similar to the Pierce quincunxal projection.
What? It looks very, very similar to this. Oh, if only he would do a side-by-side comparison.
So, which is it? A mere coincidence? Or more...
Oh! He went and did a side-by-side comparison. Oh, it's almost identical. In what ways? Well, in the ways that the lands are kind of coloured in, you know, with kind of deserty areas being where deserty areas are, and kind of tropical, you know, jungle regions, and other than that, it's not very similar to, I mean, it's got continents on it. But you see how Africa would be about the size of Eurasia on the map on the right. You see how South America is larger than the entirety of North America. You see how Australia is a better size than most projections compared to like North America, or at least the United States, but still not quite right. Yes, identical, Dan. Oh my God.
More flat Earth plagiarism.
Flat Earth plagiarism! Yeah, see that map with the wrongly shaped and sized continents and wrongly positioned? Yeah. See the other map with the correctly sized and correctly positioned continents? Yes. Well, the map with the correctly sized and correctly positioned continents is plagiarizing the one with the wrongly sized, wrongly positioned continents. That's right. Dude, look up plagiarism. Because your strongest claim is, look, Antonio's map has Africa, South America, North America, Eurasia, and Australia. The other map has Africa, South America, North America, Eurasia, and Australia. Therefore, it's plagiarized. That wouldn't stand in court. That's not plagiarism. That would be like saying, hey, see how this person has used the same words as Charles Dickens? You know, all these the and they and went and opened and looked. Yeah, all of those words used by Charles Dickens. Therefore, this guy has plagiarized Charles Dickens. You complete dumbass. But let's continue. Man, wow. Now, if I was a Globelink, okay, because sometimes I do like to put myself in the frame of mind of the Globelink, I would look at this and go, no, that's drastically different. I mean, that's very different. Even as a Globelink, I would think, oh no, Antonio has got the Atlantic all wrong. Look at how much larger the distance is between Western Africa and Brazil. No, this is not plagiarism. Antonio's just got it much more wrong. But I would think, no, Dan, you're wrong there. Oh gosh.
I'll let you decide on that one.
And now a lot of Globalists were going, no, Dan, that's not the same.
Thank you all very, very much for watching.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dan. Man, what a complete fit. How wrong did that go? Let's go over it again. Let's measure distances. So he grabs Australia and he says, right, I will use the width of Australia and use that as a rule. Let's measure from here to here. Oh yeah, well that's about right. Let's measure from here to here. Without being rough, yeah, it's right too. Let's measure from London to Athens. Yeah. I'm going to go back to that. Because I like, let's see. There's that distance. Where's the London to Athens? Wait, that was priceless. What a complete dumbass. I mean, I knew this guy was dim, okay? Here. I mean, what is he doing? What is he doing? I mean, the closest thing that a rationalizing Globelink would do is say, okay, so I see. So what Dan must mean is the two yellow circles where the locations are. So the one in Britain is London, and the one along the line, that's Athens, and that's less than halfway across. That's what the rationalizing Globelink would do. Without thinking, but wait a second, if that's the case, shouldn't the yellow dot that's around the center of the red line, shouldn't that be, well, where freaking Athens is? Huh, where is Athens? Here. There's Athens. Let's look at where Dan put that blob. There. Well, let's go to the map of Google Earth and put a circle where SciManDan has placed that blob. Let's put a circle right there. That's where SciManDan has placed that blob. Is that where Athens is? No, it isn't. Look, can you see? Here's the heel of Italy. Oh, look. Yeah, that's right. Athens is in Montenegro, in Serbia. Wait. Yeah. Right. Let's do. Sorry. Serbia. Let's see if he's placed it in Serbia. No, I think Serbia is to the. Okay. No, right next to it. Let's see. Oh, good. Let's see where. Albania. Yeah, Montenegro's here, of course. Yeah, no. So Greece is. Athens is here in Albania, according to moron SciManDan, because that's where he's put his blob. Oh my God, this is brilliant, SciManDan. Thank you so much. This has really given me a chuckle. It has been brilliant. for a while, I thought that when you were saying that the southern coast of Africa was farther away, that I might have to correct my map. But then, whilst doing the live, I noticed, no, actually, you measure from 2 different places. You dim. Oh, that was good. Okay, that's it, folks. I'm going to now, yeah, I'll leave this on, wait, no. I'm going to come and join you in chat. Leave this on as a testimony to SciManDan's accuracy. And come and join you in the chat. What a moron! Oh my gosh. Wait a second. What's showing? What am I showing? Ah. Wait. My thing isn't working properly. Window capture. Yes. Oh, just a second. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. By the way, I can't show my face because my thing's not working properly. My OBS. Okay. Oh, no, I think it's still not working properly, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Where's the thing? Close this. Apologies, people. Having problems with the thing. There it is. Oh, I know what I did. Dumbass. Oh, there's my phone call. Just give me a second. Hello? Hey. Oh, right, okay. I'll come and pick you up. See you in 10. Bye. So, folks, I'm going to have to leave you. That was... Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. By the way, what I did with my OBS was I messed up and I was showing the wrong window. I will... There you go. Leave that as a testimony for SciManDan. What a complete buffoon. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. And he's had, well, 8 months or so to prepare this. Oh, I wish I could join you in the chat. Okay, folks. Thank you very much. I will see you all soon. Shalom to everyone.